Alright gang, welcome back to our competitive one-tile challenge here on Farmlands. This is bittersweet. It is the very last episode of this series. We've had a lot of fun. I don't think I'm gonna win. I think I'm gonna be in last place based off of some things that I've seen and we've discussed prior to this episode, but you know what? It's okay. We had a good time. I think I made some mistakes there towards the end that caused me to lose, but that's okay. And we still had a lot of fun, and we're gonna do another one of these very, very soon, so don't worry about that. Probably fall time, winter time. Not sure if it'll be a one tile or not, or maybe another type of competitive challenge, but we're going to do another one, so it will be coming back. I'm selling the solid fertilizer right now because the price is dropping, and we had a little bit, and it's close by. We have a lot of pallets to sell today. There's no way to go around it besides saying we have a lot of pallets to sell today. It is going to take an absolute eternity to sell everything. Now, we have turned every production off. I will tell you that right now. We've turned every production off. I'm not going to sit here and go through every single one of them, but you can just see from the crickets, everything's off. I have them on selling, so as soon as 10 o'clock hits, we're going to make some money here. Whatever we have that's in storage is going to sell for anything that we do have on auto selling, which is not much, so it's not going to be a major jump, but some stuff is going to sell for sure. There's no way to go around this. We have an absolute astronomical amount of pallets to sell today. It is going to take us a very, very long time to sell all of this. Off camera, Krusty was nice enough to sell one of his flatbed trailers. I picked that up off camera. It was like $8,000. I think we're going to absolutely need it just based off of how many pallets we have. I went ahead and put both of these together, so we have basically two trailers here that we can go and sell. So I've already loaded up prefab walls. We're going to take these all the way to the train. We have a lot more prefab walls to sell, and there's a lot more stuff that we're going to be selling today as well. We've got the insect flour, which is going to take an eternity. We have over 100 pallets of insect flour to stack, and we cannot do that by hand. So that means I've got to go about it the old-fashioned way. So there's going to be a lot to do. There's a lot to do today. The guys have some stuff to do as well, but I don't think they have anywhere near the amount that I have to do just because I have so many pallets. I think it's going to be a struggle to get all these done. So we'll see. We will see, but yeah, well, it's going to be bad. So anyway, we're going to start off here by selling all the prefab walls, and then we'll get rid of the sawmill. We can go ahead and get rid of the fertilizer, the solid fertilizer production, because we just sold all the solid fertilizer out of that. We'll do that when we get back. There you go. Jump to 1, 2, 3, 2. Nothing crazy, right? Not a huge increase there, but you know what? It's something, right? So we'll take it. These prefab walls are going to pay us a pretty penny, though, and we've got quite a few more that we have to take. So there's going to be a lot of trips doing this, but I think I have 30-something prefab walls in storage, so there's a lot. Each of these are worth a little over $5,000 a piece. So this is going to be nice, right? This is going to be very helpful for us, trying to get ourselves back into some kind of contention. But I'm already telling you right now, I'm pulling a spoiler. I'm not going to win, guys. They have way too many animals that are worth way too much money. I'm not going to win. So it is what it is. We still had a lot of fun, like I mentioned. We still had a lot of fun, so I'm not too concerned. I've got to be very, very careful going across this bridge. This bridge it's dire, man. How's everyone doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Things are good, man. They are. I'm happy to be done with this series, but I'm also sad to be done with this series. I really am. That's why I said it was bittersweet, because it's been a blast, man. We've had a lot of fun at each other's expenses in this episode, in this series, I should say. But it was time to move on. As we've mentioned many times recently, you know, things get in the way, life gets in the way. Summer, spring, early fall is a lot busier for really all of us. So I think this series, at least right now, is better deemed for late fall, winter, early spring, maybe. I think that's better overall for all of us. So that's what we're kind of focusing on for this type of series as we move forward. At least with all three of us. If it's just one and if it's just two of us, it's a little bit easier, I would say, to get the time there. But when you have three or more involved, it does become a lot more difficult because all the schedules have to align, and it's not an easy thing to do. At nobody's fault. It's just, there's not an easy thing to do, right? Okay, so the big problem with this is how am I going to get these off here? I think I'm just going to have to do it by hand again. Not the most ideal situation here, but I think I'm going to have to. Okay. All right. Well, that went well. Okay. Yeah, so $5,307 per. That's pretty good, man. Right? That's going to be a big payday for us. Can you please sell? Thank you. All right. This is going great. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze really badly there. That was brutal. I think I got it stopped before it happened, but we'll find out, I guess. I had one earlier, too. I just didn't say anything about it because I stopped it fast enough. Okay. Those are still strapped. All right. Good job, Z. We're starting off well here. I'm supposed to be trying to be as efficient as I possibly can, and we're doing a great job of that so far. That's sarcasm. This is definitely putting us in a lot better shape already just with these. Okay. I don't know how that sold for 4,908 when the other one sold for more. I guess we just lost that one, I guess. That sucks. Oh well. All right, so that's the first step. We've got a lot more to go. So, we will see, right? We will see. We have 100 and whatever it is, 120 pallets or whatever it is that's in storage. We have 120 there, and we've got, I don't know, another, I don't know, I'd argue probably another 60 maybe out that are out spawned, right? So it's a lot of pallets, man. That's a lot of pallets to do and to sell. And now, not everything is going to be sold up here at the train, but I think a lot of it's going to be. So this is going to be, you know, it's going to take us a while to make these trips, right? Used market, anything? Not really. I mean, this case would be amazing to have, but it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, right? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense for us. So all right, we're heading back here. So, we got to pull out all of these wood beams here. There's a couple more actually in the sawmill. Like I said, I got to get those out of there, and then there's some in storage too. So, we're going to try to stack these up the same way we just did it, where, you know, we kind of put them side by side here so we can get a little more on the, it's only a couple, but a little more on the actual trailer than normally you probably should be able to. How much more is actually in the sawmill here? A decent amount, 7,877. So I think maybe I didn't turn that on selling then? Maybe I didn't turn that on auto selling. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. There's going to be some that I've missed. I'm just to be honest with you, because there's just so much. So there's definitely going to be some that I thought I turned on auto selling and I didn't. So I'm just going to strap those down. I don't want them falling. I had, when I was doing the first stack off camera, man, they were falling down left and right. So we really don't want that happening if at all possible. So this may not be the most exciting episode because all we're doing is this. I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to mow some grass today, but everything's, you know, still in the growing stage. It's in the winter months now, so obviously it's not growing anymore. Okay, well, you know what? It's falling, but we're going to leave it there. We're going to leave it there. Hopefully it doesn't cause any issues, but we're going to leave it there. So, you know, the grass, unfortunately, although I was hoping to be able to mow one or two fields of that today, have a worker do it for us, really. It's not going to happen. Obviously, we couldn't really turn that into anything because we can't use any kind of productions, but we could have just sold the grass outright. Would it have been a huge payday? No, it really wouldn't have, but, you know, it's something. Every little bit counts, I guess. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Now, everything is going to be sold today. everything. The only things we're going to be left with are the starting tractor, which you already are aware of. We're going to be left with the starting shed, which you're aware of, and the starting trailer, which is already attached to this. It's the one on the front. Everything else is going to be sold. Some things we sell, we're not going to get any money back for. The small amount of fences we put in, we're not getting anything back for that. You know, I can sell the actual mower. The guys, as a matter of fact, have already sold their mowers. I know that for a fact. I never did. I ended up utilizing that mower the entirety of the series. I suffered through with that mower for the entirety of the series. Everything else can be sold. Everything else. All the way down to basically bare bones. There will be nothing left in here when all is said and done. Okay. We don't want that. We want that. I mean, I'm not going to spawn all of them. There's no reason to. We don't need that many. Alright, well, you know, we spawned some. But it is what it is. So I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going first as far as the selling goes, just because I have so many pallets. I'm not sure what the guys are going to be doing other than that. I guess they're selling their animals and things like that. You know, we're holding on to our animals for a little bit longer. We'll let them keep chewing and eating through whatever they have. May not be much. Some of them probably are starving, as a matter of fact. I would assume at least a few of them are. Okay, that went well. Wonderful. I like that these just automatically flip themselves back up, though. I mean, that's kind of nice. It's too bad I really can't get more of these stacked on top of each other. You know, it is what it is. We're just going to have to make bunches of trips selling these. Well, I mean, the time lapse for this may be a little nauseating when I'm moving these, you know, around by hand, but I don't know what else to say. I don't have a whole lot else to say at this point, other than let's get into it. Let's get to work. We've got a lot to do. A lot to do. So let's get to it. let's take a break from doing prefab walls. I did not have the prefab walls on auto selling within the sawmill, so I just turned that on. So when 12 o'clock hits, excuse me, we will see a bit of a jump here, which is good. It's not going to be a huge jump. I think there's less than 1,000. Well, there is less than 1,000 in there. So, but it'll be something, right? It'll be something. So, let's sell some other stuff that we know we can sell. There you go. Just jumped. Let's sell some other stuff we know we can sell. First of all, I know I can sell this, so let's sell it. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I did. I turned it off. I did. I know for a fact I did. I don't even need to double check it. I know for a fact I did. All right, so we'll sell that. We can sell this because you saw me do that earlier. One thing I did not mention, I should have. I put down another silage stick. You probably saw it, but if you didn't, I put down another silage stick because, well, quite frankly, the other one was not going to get through all of it. So I did that on purpose to get through more of that. We can sell all the cricket stuff now, so let's do that. Nope. Ooh, that would have been a disaster if I sold that right then and there. Okay, that's all sold. So that gets us up a little higher. There's still stuff in, I think, everything else that we have. Well, there might not be anything in that, but there's still stuff in pretty much everything else we have, so I'm not going to sell those yet. Oh, we can sell the pickle pears. Let's do that, too. We don't need to do that. We don't need to keep those around anymore, so we'll sell those. The thing is, I just got to be careful I'm not selling stuff that still has product in it, right? I want to sell that product for obvious reasons, right? I think everything else still has product in it to sell. I think. It's snowing. I think it's been snowing for a little while. I just don't think I really paid attention to it till now. Okay, so let's just change it up a little bit. Let's try to do something a little different here. So we're still going to be doing pallets, but let's change it up. Let's go for the insect flower pallets. These are going to be the pain in the ass ones because I have to use the forklift for all these. I cannot pick these up by hand. Now, granted, the prefab walls were giving me a lot of headaches there, as you saw, I'm sure, in that time lapse. But, you know, I can at least modify and fix those by hand if I need to. These, I do not have that luxury of doing that, right? So, if I screw up with these, it's a painful process to fix them again, I guess is how I should put it. Now, actually, now that I say that, there probably isn't anything left in these mills, but just to be safe, I'm not going to sell them just yet until I look at them, and we've got plenty of these to move without having to sell those yet, so we might as well get these, you know, going and get them started, I guess. The canola oil, the clothes, there's aged goat cheese, there's mozzarella, there's all kinds of stuff in those that we need to sell, so we're not going to get rid of those yet because we need those to move around. This might be a bit of a mistake going this high with these, but we're going to go for it anyway. I would love to not have to make as many trips with this if at all possible. So it might be a little heavy. It is seeming like it is a little heavy here, but let's hope for the best. If I can get all of these up here on that trailer without them falling off, and you can already see they're moving, which makes me a little nervous. But if I can get them all up here, I'll be happy. I don't care if I have to make multiple trips with this, because this is going to take an eternity. So I really don't care if it requires multiple trips here. I'll do it. So long as I don't drop them all here. Get them down, Z. Get them down. Okay, strap them before we lose them all. Strap them. Okay, those are all on there. I think what I'm going to do, this might not be the thing you think I should do, but I'm going to go over to the other one that has more of them that have spawned out, and get those up and get them sold, because that will allow the rest of the guys, hopefully, to not have any issues spawning pallets. Because you know our problem has been too many pallets have spawned on the map. So if I get rid of more of the ones that are on the map for them, and then I just have the ones in storage, it should be a much smaller problem, realistically, right? Apologize, I had to type something to the guys there. Alright, that should be good now. We're just trying to make sure, for obvious reasons, we're just trying to make sure that, you know, nobody gets the issue of too many pallets have spawned. So if I get rid of the ones that are actually active right now and spawned, it's going to help me overall, right? It's going to help me overall. So I'm going to focus on doing that as much as I can here. And if I get rid of all of these right now, even if we could get a little bit more on there, obviously if I stack them properly, I still think this is going to, in the long run, help everyone else be able to do stuff. It's really been me that's been the fault of that because, well, one, I didn't realize that was ever going to be an issue. Two, I have more pallets than anybody by far. So I would say Krusty's pretty close, but I know for a fact he did not. I think he just auto-sold all of his pallets from the pickles. These are going to fall. These are going to fall. There they go. I told you. I told you they were going to fall. Did I not call that? Really, for these, I really don't care how they look. As long as they get on here, I really do not care. I don't. They get on there and they don't fall down, I don't care. Do not care. Those I'm going to have to work on cleaning up. There's not much I can do about it, unfortunately. They're going to suck to pick those up. I have no idea where we're selling these, by the way. I have no idea. No clue where we're going to be selling these, but we'll see what we can figure out, I guess, as we move along here. All right, I'm going to try to fix these. All right. Just don't want to get too close, because if I get too close, it'll attach to it, and then it becomes a bigger disaster. And what I mean by attach to it, the bottom of it, where the pallet specifically is, not the product, the pallet, it will sometimes think that you want to attach it upside down, and it turns into a disaster here. Alright, well, you know, whatever. That didn't go exactly to plan, but should I attempt to put these back on the other side? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. But, you know, I'm just stupid enough to do it. Oh, please, please don't, please don't, please don't. Please don't fall. Please, for the love of God, please do not fall. Slow. Slow, Z. Slow. Very, very slow. Indeed. Oh, no. I forgot I get stuck in here. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay. I'm not going to attempt that anymore. Whew. That would have been bad. Let's just put him back here. We'll put him back here. There's room back here. We'll put him back here. Strap him, strap him, strap him. Whew. Okay, so we've got a little bit more here to get. And then we can go sell these. I'm so happy that Crestu decided to sell that trailer. I know I think he got a bigger one with a semi or something like that, so that's the reason I think he got rid of it, but man, it's a huge help for us. And the fact that it was less than $9,000 is even better, right? It was very inexpensive. I'm willing to eat that. But again, like I said, I mean, just looking at what they have in comparison, I mean, I know we've got a lot of pallets. I get that. We've got a lot of goats, which is a good thing for us, but, you know, just looking at everything, there's no way. There's no way, gang. We're too far behind at this point. They utilized a lot of productions that are, what I would say, super OP here at the end, and that really helped them get along. Which, I mean, we started opening up to those super insane, you know, productions anyway, so good on them, but they definitely took a step there in the last year of this series, in-game year of this series. Like I said, if I get these up on here, I know I have more and I could get more on here on the trip. I understand that. I don't care. I want to get these out of the way. That way, I'm not the culprit for anyone not being able to go and sell stuff and I'm holding up their recordings or anything like that. I don't want that to be the case. And I feel like right now, I am part of the problem. So, for obvious reasons, as you saw. Okay, I think that's it for those. I think. Do we throw these up here? We should be good. All right. Okay, where are we taking these? It's still working there. That's good. Where are we taking these? Insect flower, insect flower. Okay, we are taking these to Rusty's Wholesale. Oh, fantastic. We don't have to even go that far with this. This is great. This is actually a good thing. Technically, we could probably get around it other ways. This will be a big sale right here. Well, this is really going to give us an idea of how much money we're going to make here. Insect flower, 36,000 liters. We've got a lot in storage. But this is all the stuff that's actually still spawned that we haven't sold yet, right? So this is going to give us a big idea here. 31 for that. Yeah, so again, this, I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong, this is great, but I mean, we're looking at probably 200,000 to 300,000 just from the, well, probably 200,000 for the insect flowers. So, I mean, you can look at the amount of money we have right now, and we're not even caught up to Rusty. We've caught up to Crestu in comparison to where they ended at the very end of the last episode. Crestu had about 1.6, Rusty had about 1.8, but we've sold a lot of stuff. They still had stuff to sell as well, right? So the odds are not in our favor right now, and that's why I was saying I don't think we're going to win this. I don't think we're going to win this. So it is what it is, though, right? It is what it is. Okay, so let's look at clothes. Clothes we should do next, I think. And then we'll go back to more prefabs and more insect flower. But let's look at clothes. Where are the clothes going? That's the next question to answer. And another reason why I'm doing this is what I just mentioned, right? Just to try to get more stuff off the area here. So clothes are going to goods export. Okay. What else are we going to take to goods export? Let's see if we can bring more to goods export than just that. So let's look at the aged goat cheese. Aged goat cheese does not go to goods export, so that's not going to happen. All right, so slash that. Canola oil. Goods export. Yep, so we'll take the canola oil, but the price is still going up on those. Maybe I should wait, but again, I don't think I'm going to win, so I don't think it really matters to get an extra buck or two here. I don't think it's going to make a difference. Mozzarella. Okay, mozzarella is going to go somewhere similar to the aged goat cheese, so that's not going to happen. What else do we got? I think that's it, right? We don't have anything else that we're selling. Well, with goat milk, but I'm just going to wait till the end and sell that with the goats and everything because I'm focusing on this first, obviously. I think that's it, yeah? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. All right, so... Okay, well, let's get the clothes on here, and we'll get the canola on here. We can do all this by hand. These are small, shouldn't be a problem. If we can get, you know, all of them on the front trailer here, maybe we can get some more of those wood beam pallet, or not wood beam. What are they called? Why am I blanking on it? The doorway things. Why am I blanking on the name of them right now? Why am I blanking on this? Prefab walls. Prefab walls. Yeah, prefab walls. If we can get a couple of these on the back trailer, I think that would be awesome, right? I don't know if we can get everything on this front trailer or not with all the clothes and the canola oil, but if we can, that'll be huge. That'll save us a lot of time, right? A lot of time. I'll get the rest of these stacked up. I'll be back with you when we're done. Okay, that took quite a while, a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. It's still snowing. It's snowing even harder now, as a matter of fact. We had a lot more in storage than I thought from the flour, which I completely forgot about, canola oil, and clothes. So we've got a pretty big load here of stuff, and yeah, we'll see how things go here. But what I can tell you is I'm not going to say what the amount is yet. You'll have to just kind of wait it out. But I took a peek at the guys. No matter what we do, we can't win at this point. We cannot win. It's unfortunate. We're going to try to get our close as we possibly can, but we cannot win. This is just driving me even more. It's making me upset. Not really. It's making me upset that I'm not going to win this one, so the next time we do one, which, again, we are going to be doing another one, I assure you. I'm not sure if it'll be a one-tile or if it'll just be more of a standardized competitive challenge on a map. I really don't know yet. We haven't really decided that yet, but there will be another one. And when it happens, oh boy, I am going to really change my plans here. Well, also, we're probably going to put a limit on stuff. You'll see why soon enough. Okay, we're here. I just double-checked everything in here. I forgot to put the old grain mill on selling. There's still some canola oil and flour in there, as you can see, but everything else, well, there's still stuff in Z's Dairy we got to get out, but everything else should be, well, there's 0 on selling, but there's 5 liters, so evidently those 5 liters won't sell, because that's been on selling for a while. I don't know why that won't sell, but whatever. We've got a decent amount of wood and wood chips in there, too. We'll take care of that. Yeah, everything else, pickly pears, I forgot to put that on selling, too, by the way. I put that on just now. Everything else is good. This is done. That's what we're going to have. We need to sell that stuff. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do it now. Selling. Actually, you know what? We should store the digestive. I think we can sell that outright and probably make a little bit more money. The other two things we cannot sell outright. There's no place to sell them, so might as well put them on auto selling at this point, since everything there is done. That was nice, little 34,000 from the clothes there. Told you the clothes, even though it's not the best time to sell them, they were going to pay off, and they are. It's definitely helping us. Definitely helping us. So that got us to 1.8. Looks like Rusty Money's here, selling some stuff. Looks like it's silage. I'm assuming is probably what it is. Okay, please, please, thank you. There he is, honking the horn. There he is. We don't have very many prefab walls left, and that's really making us the most money right now. We do still have a lot of insect flour. We've got over 60-something pallets, I think, of insect flour left, so I guess the good thing about all of that is we don't have to take it very far, right? It's going to Rusty's sell point, which is nice. Really nice that it's that close. Might even be more beneficial for us to not even stack them up on the trailer and just stack them up on the forklift and drive them over there, but I don't know. It probably would cause more mayhem because they'd probably fall because really, you know, stacking them 3 high, 4 high, you saw how that worked, so probably should still stack them up. Okay, we're back. So let's go through and sell some more stuff here. We've done a lot of pallets. We're still got a lot more pallets to go, but let's sell some of the stuff that we know we can sell. So these pears we can sell. The dairy we cannot. The sawmill we can. So let's sell those right off the bat here. So let's. Well, I might have to move this. I don't know if it's. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to freak out or not. Nope. I'm just going to have a floating a floating car. All right, fine. So we'll sell the sawmill too. I believe we hit 1,400, so this should be good now. It should be cleared out. It is. So let's go ahead and sell that. This we can't sell yet. We know we have stuff in there. We have stuff in here too. We can't sell this. Can we sell the insect mills? We can. All right, so let's sell those. Okay, and then we can sell this one too. Okay, those are taken care of. What about the fermenters? Yep, they can be sold. There's still silage additive in there, but there's not really much we can do about that. So, yeah, we'll take care of that. Nope. Very finicky, the sell point for that, so give me a minute here. We're not making a ton of money back off of that, and that's fine. Okay, those are sold. So now we're left with the generators that we've got, which are a few, we've got quite a few of those. I'm not going to get rid of those yet. I'm going to try to inch out every single dollar of those as I can till the end. And then 2 things that still have stuff in them, and then obviously our storage that has stuff in it. So, oh, and then the goats, of course. The goats and the chickens, right? Of course. Which we've got some pallets spawning of that too, which, again, we'll sell it. It's not going to make us a bunch of money. We can't produce anything from them, but we can sell it outright. So everything else we have, well, you know what? I should look at the goat milk and the eggs. Do they need to go? If they need to go up to the goods export, then we'll bring that with us now. They do. Okay, so we'll grab the eggs, and then maybe sell the chickens while we're at it. I think we do. What about the goat milk? Goat milk does not go there. Okay, but we'll grab the eggs and sell the chickens. Let's get these stacked up first. I don't think it's really going to make a difference, but if we go ahead and get these stacked up, maybe we'll get an extra 10 liters out of the eggs. I know that sounds ridiculous, but at this point, I'm trying to go for second place. I don't think I'm even going to get second place, but that's what I'm trying to go for at this point. I think we're too far behind, I think, at this point, but it is what it is. I made a lot of questionable decisions in the last year, and that really, I think, was my downfall. But I wanted to try some new stuff. I felt like, personally, that we were just doing the same thing over and over again. I didn't like that feeling. I wanted to kind of keep things, different. So that's why we tried the sugar beets, and that's why we did the cotton, right? I think the cotton was successful. The sugar beets was absolutely not successful. Not as successful as we wanted it to be. Not even close, so... It is what it is, right? There's nothing I can do about it now. It is what it is. Just doing everything I can here to try to get second place. And I still think we're not going to... I think we're going to fall short of that. But we'll be close. We'll be close. Okay, so those are all stacked up. I don't think... Let me just double check this. I don't think there's anything else in here besides insect flour. Yeah, 62 pallets of insect flour. That's a lot of work still to do, just for insect flour, right? That's a lot of work to do. All right, should we put these on selling now? Oh, I did already. That's why we're at 2.75 million. Does he? Look at the leaderboard there, buddy. Or look at the leaderboard. Look at the amount up there, right? Look at the amount. That's why we're at that point. Come on, buddy, get together. All right, so we'll grab the eggs. Probably didn't produce anything else, but we'll grab the eggs. We'll sell all the chickens. Ah! No, they didn't fall off. Okay, good. Okay, where is my spot? There it is. All right, let's sell these. 5 grand. That's not bad. 5 grand is not bad. Oh, there's still chickens in there? Really? Oh, yeah, I guess there is. Oh, shit, I'm buying them. Oh, my God, are you shitting me? Well, I just screwed up. I just lost money. Shit. Well, I just lost money. Oh, well. I mean, I guess chickens aren't worth that much, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Now, the guys were saying that there is a way to remove these. Remember last time I was trying to remove it, and it wasn't really giving me the chance to do it? But, I mean, I'm still struggling to remove this. So, I'm just going to leave it there for now, and maybe we figure it out later on. Or, if not, I can at least do the math of what it would be. It's not a ton of money. It's not really going to make or break us. It's we'll get back probably $1,200 or something like that for each of them. Something like that. So, nothing crazy, right? Nothing crazy. Here's Rusty again. On his way back. He just sold some more stuff. So, realistically, all we have... Well, there you go. I just showed you what the price was. I didn't really mean to. There you go. Crust2 has 4.6 million. It's absolute insanity how much money he made. I'm not even sure if he's done yet. I think he is, but I'm not sure. Rusty has 2.7 million. Rusty is our real competition here, and I don't think we can catch him, but that's really the only person we even have a chance to try to catch. So, yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes here. I think what I'm going to do, because I'm not really going to get the trees out of here, so I'm going to sell the wood at 49,919 liters. I'm going to hold on to the wood chips because... Ooh, that was a white turn there, Z. What are you doing, buddy? We should be able to cart the wood chips, and that's going to give us a little bit more money, right? I can't believe I screwed up and bought chickens. Oh my gosh. That's just par for the course right now, right? It's par for the course. It is what it is at this point. Like I said, I don't even think we're going to be able to catch up to Rusty. There's a chance, but I don't think so. We've sold a lot of stuff. We still have goats to sell. That's really our saving grace there, is how much money we make off the goats. We'll get probably another 100,000 or so. Maybe slightly more than that off of the insect flour, and then probably, I don't know how much we'll get off the wood chips. I haven't looked at those. And then we've got the aged goat cheese and the mozzarella to sell too. So can those get us to 3 million? I think there's a chance. I think there's a strong chance of that, as a matter of fact. But I don't know. Right? I just don't know. There's 13,000 liters of aged goat cheese. I don't think that's quite enough. There's 4,000 liters of mozzarella. Don't think that's quite enough either. We've got the digestate, which is really not worth anything at all. Evidently, we have silage in here, so let's turn that on. I don't know how the silage got in there. I must have missed that. Turn it on. We're allowed to run the BGA till the end of the till we're done. So they told me to save. I'm going to save. That's probably a smart idea. I know it's saved recently, but it's probably a smart idea to continue the saves here. We're doing a lot of selling here. There's probably a lot of lagging going on back and forth here. So that's probably makes a lot of sense. We're losing a lot of seeds and fertilizer here in the wood production, as you can see. There's not really much we can do about it, right? We had to turn it off. There's not much we can do about it. You know, if I had a water tank, I could throw some more water in there and keep it running. But again, you know, I really can't. I can't do that because that's a rule that we all decided to do here at the beginning of December. We were only going to keep the BGA running. Everything else was going to be turned off at the beginning of the episode. So just trying to, you know, be fair. Yeah, I mean, obviously, given how far behind we are from Crust 2, maybe we shouldn't have, but, you know, whatever. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding, Crust 2. I'm only kidding. I think where he made a lot of that money from, I think it's from his animals. He had so many animals in there. I think he had his pig pen almost maxed out. So, you know, we made a lot of money when we sold those pigs, right? And when ours wasn't even close to maxed out. So if he had his maxed out, he probably made $1 million plus just off the pigs alone. Not even counting the cows. I don't know how many cows he had, right? So that's really, I think that may have been our downfalls. We did not do enough from the animals that make a lot of money, right? Our goats are going to give us a decent amount of money. Don't get me wrong. They're going to give us a decent amount of money. Is it going to be 800,000 to 900,000 worth? Probably not. Probably not. And if they were pigs or cows, they probably would, right? So it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm gonna keep the goats going again. I'm not gonna focus on the goats right now. As a matter of fact, are there any of them that are? Well, that one, they have no food. Okay, the goats have no food at all. This one does. Okay, where's this one? Which one is this one? That one. All right, so we should probably just get rid of all the other ones now. And that's another break from doing all the work we've been doing, right? So let's do that. Let's go here. Let's not screw it up this time, Z. 215 goats. 23,000. Yeah, see, it's just there's just not enough money here. There's not enough money. That's not even close. Ah, man. All right, well, I mean, they've got nothing to eat. There's no reason to keep them there. They're not producing anything. So this one is still producing stuff because it has some meadow grass. So we'll let that one be. And let's go and sell from here. Because this one, again, is not producing anything either. Yeah, they're not producing anything. These, we might get a little bit more out of them because they're a little bit older. Maybe not. We're getting more. We're getting more. Okay. This only got us to 2.1. So yeah, we're toast, gang. We're the only way to put it is we are toast. We are toasted. That's okay. That's okay. We still had fun. We've got a couple things to sell, equipment-wise, too. It's not going to get us to 3 million, but we got a couple things, right? We got a couple things to sell, so. At least we're going to potentially make this respectable when all things are said and done, once we've sold all the stuff that we've got here. We'll make it respectable. I don't think Rusty has a... Well, I actually, now that I said it, he does have a lot still left to sell. Never mind. Yeah, we're in bigger trouble than I thought. Because we've sold a lot of stuff already. Okay, so all we've got is insect flour. So we're going to spawn a shit ton of those. And I'm going to drive this forward just a little bit more. I'm going to be in Rusty's area. Sorry, buddy. You're going to have to deal with it for a minute. I'm not going to try doing 3 stacks. It just doesn't really want to work that way. So we'll just stick with the double stack here. It still doesn't love it, but it's better off than where it was. Whoop, whoop. There you go. There you go, Z. There you go, buddy. I love that our go-kart is just floating in the air. That's hilarious to me. This right here, this is our make or break money right here. I mean, we've got money in obviously in the aged goat cheese and the mozzarella. We've got money there, but it's not significant, right? It is, but you know, we've I don't know, we've got probably 12, 15 pallets of all that stuff, which is great, but it's not 60 something pallets like this, right? You know what? I'm going to make it easier. I'm going to keep spawning them. I'm going to keep spawning them. There we go. Now we can keep doing the same thing. And then at the very end, we'll stack up what's remaining, right? Okay. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Things are just going wonderful. Alright, let's try to reset this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not without causing more mayhem, but we're going to... yep. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Can I stack these back here? I don't know the answer. The answer, I think, is no. But, no, I cannot. I can tell you that right now, I cannot. Alright, don't even try that, Z. Don't even try that. That would be dumb. Don't even try that. All right, well, you know what I've got to do here, gang, and I've done this a lot, and I don't want to put another time lapse in because I just feel like it was probably a little nauseating. But let's get all these up here. We'll see how long it takes. I'll be back with you shortly. All right, that's about as good as I'm going to get right now, and it's not a great stack, but we got them up there. There's still some in there. There's not a ton left in there, but there is still some in there. So We'll see what we get for 42,000 liters here. I mean, we kind of looked last time, right? We kind of figured it out. So, yeah, we'll see, I guess. How are they doing now? All right, Crusty's at 5 million now. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, he's definitely won. He was early on. He was struggling. He made a lot of changes, many times, and he finally got one that definitely stuck. He's made a lot of money off that. He didn't get all his trees down either. You can see him there in the distance. He didn't come close to getting all those down, but he definitely shifted gears pretty quickly there and found a winner. So. All right, that gets us to 2.3. So yeah, we're not even gonna catch up to Rusty, unfortunately. Man, that is embarrassing. I hate it. Now I want to do this. I don't want to do another series tomorrow. Oh boy. Well, you know, we tried. I guess that's the only thing I can really say at this point. We tried. We tried and failed miserably. I just wasn't utilizing the same type of... Well, I used a couple of them, I guess, but I wasn't utilizing the same type of productions as they were at the end. And, you know, those productions they utilized, some of the ones I was thinking about doing, they ended up doing. And I think that really got them over the edge, if you will. All right, let's spawn the rest of these. 16 left. So not lots, but there's something in there. Anything in there? Nope. Wait. Yep, nope, we're out of there. Okay, good. All right, so this is it for the insect flower. I would assume the BGA is now done. We should check that really quick. It is done, so we'll go ahead and turn that off. And this is auto on selling already, so we already made the money off that at 1,500, it looks like. Okay, how are we going to do this? This is not the most perfect setup in the world here. I think the way to do it is this. We'll just grab these three and stack them there in the back. And then probably just take those one at a time-ish, but stack them up on top of each other. I think that's the way to go about this. Rusty giving me a nice horn again. And hopefully I'm not in the way. I'm not in his way here. Perhaps that's what the horn was about. No, it looks like I'm okay. Looks like I'm not in his way. Perfect. All right, let's strap the front down here, because those are not going anywhere. And we just get these last ones here. We just throw them on the back, and then realistically we can sell the storage because that's done. Oh, okay. All right. To just decide to randomly fall. All right, that's fine, I guess. Okay. Okay. I will say, I'm joking when I say this. I will say they forced me to sell my pumpkins earlier than I wanted to sell. That's probably the reason why I lost. Or Krusty was just storing up tons and tons of carrots. I bet that's what it was. He stored lots of carrots. Okay, so let's go sell these. Alright, so that got us to 2.3 million. Again, nowhere near where we need to be at. Not even close. And while I have a lot of confidence in the aged goat cheese and the mozzarella, it's still not going to get us to 3 million, right? We have a few things left to try to get us there. It's not looking good to even get second place. It's not looking good. All right, where are we taking the aged goat cheese? Big Farmer's Kiosk, okay. And then what about... Well, what about the goat milk? Restaurant, okay, it's a different spot. And then what about the mozzarella? Mozzarella should be farmer's market. Okay. So we're going to have to make multiple trips here again, unfortunately. Well, not necessarily. We can put them on different trailers here. And then I can just unhook the trailer, right? Because once we... Let me just think this through. Once we do these, the only other reason we would need the trailer is for any goat milk that has spawned. And we can do all that in one trailer. We shouldn't need multiples for that, right? I think that's right. Well, here comes Krusty, causing mayhem. Here he comes with mayhem. Probably just spying on me, seeing what I got going on. There's no way I'm catching you, buddy. You've got this in the bag, man. You won. Nobody can catch you. Well, I shouldn't say that, but I don't even think Rusty can catch you. I don't remember how much, I don't know if he sold his animals or not. It looked like he did, but I don't think he can catch you either, man. I think you've got this locked in, man. I'll just run into my tractor. Go ahead. Wonderful. Okay. Good job, Z. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. I probably put these on the wrong trailers, as a matter of fact, now that I think about this. I think I'm going to have more aged goat cheese than we are mozzarella. Oh well. What are you going to do? Nothing you can do now. I'm going to unhook these, actually. Oop, wrong one. Just going to grab one this time, try to realign this so I can actually start stacking more on top of there. I don't know how many's left in here. Maybe I don't even necessarily need to. Nope, there's still a lot of aged goat cheese in there. We definitely did this on the wrong one. But that's alright. Let's see if we can still see if we can get it sorted. I think we will, but let's just see if we can get it sorted. It's going to be a long episode. Long episode, maybe slightly boring, maybe? I don't know. I guess you tell me, but long episode nonetheless. Maybe not, though. We're selling stuff, we're trying to get things together. Maybe giving away that we've lost that much might have caused a little bit of boredom. I don't know. See if I can squeeze another one in here. Like I can. I might end up putting just some of this stuff on auto-selling at this point, gang. I mean, we know we're not going to win at this point, right? So, you know, getting the extra, whatever it is, 5% or whatever it ends up being that we would get if we were to sell it manually versus auto-selling, does it really make that big of a difference at this point? I don't know, maybe it does. How much is left in there? Let's put it on auto-selling. That's just going to save us time. And again, like I said, we're not going to win. We're not going to win. We know we're not going to win. Unfortunately. Let's do the same thing for the greenhouse here. We put the wood on selling. We didn't do the wood chips on selling. We'll do that. Okay, let's go sell the aged goat cheese. Obviously, we have some of it on auto-selling, which is great. So that's going to make us money. I don't think the BGA needs anything else. I think everything's already there, except for the digestate. Let's just put it on selling, too. That's going to help. Overall, it's going to help. All right, aged goat cheese. The Big Farmer's Kiosk, right? Yep, Big Farmer's Kiosk. All right. Let's sell the remainder of this stuff, huh? Okay, I think for the most part we have everything sold now, besides the equipment here. I've brought it all down here, obviously. Let's just double check everything. Yes, the BGA is done. Turn all those off. There's nothing left in there. There's 2 liters of silage, but it's not going to chew through that. This is done. It sold everything out of this, so we're good there. And the greenhouse sold everything out of there as well. So yes, we're pretty much done at this point. So we're not even going to catch Rusty where he was, and I know he's still selling stuff. So we were screwed to begin with, but that's all right, gang. That's all right. We had fun, right? We had fun. That's all that matters. Okay, and I need to back up here and grab this trailer. There's a mower still. I forgot to get the mower. I got to go get the mower. It's not really worth anything, but it's a few extra dollars in the bank account. Okay, I think... Let's just verify. Besides that, I think everything else is done. Okay, that's the car. That's I think. Yeah, there's the mower. There's the trailer. So we can sell the mower. We're not allowed to sell this tractor or that trailer or the shed back there behind us. Everything else can be sold. So, let's go ahead and do that now. We've got to get rid of the milk still, which we'll do. It won't take long. And then sell the goats, of course. I guess I can sell the mat. I paid the money for the mat, too. Can't seem to get the fence. But the fence you don't get anything for anyway, I don't think, so it doesn't really matter. Put away our gas station cells here. It wasn't really, they don't really make us a bunch of money. It's a very small amount of money, but we added those a long time ago back. Just to kind of fit the BGA theme more than anything. There's no light pole. I think that's all the light poles we had. It is. I'm going to leave the windmill for a second. Let's head back and get the mower. And I think that's the remaining thing besides the goats, right? We'll sell the goat milk with the old tractor and the trailer that we still have to keep. I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think we're going to even get to 1,700 before we're done. But if we do, we'll get a tiny bit more money from the windmill. But again, we're too far behind. Yeah, Rusty hit 3 million. Right? We're not going to hit 3 million no matter what we do. Even with selling that, we're going to get close, but we're not going to hit 3 million. So. Man, I got killed. I got absolutely smoked. I can't believe I got beat that badly. Man, I felt like early on I was so far in the lead. And then that just changed rapidly. Very rapidly. We'll double check everything here in just a second. Let me just do it now. I don't think there's anything else. Well, we got to do the goats. I said that, but I don't think there's anything else. And the goats will give us some money. I think the ones we have remaining are the ones that are going to pay us the most goat-wise, but it probably will get us to 3 million, but it's still, I don't think we're gonna catch Rusty though, because I think he's still selling. I'm pretty sure he's still selling. So, I mean, we're 500,000, basically 500,000 away from him right now as it stands. So, all right, we can sell both of these now. All right, let's get this goat milk. I still can't figure out how to get rid of these pins, these open air pins. I've tried, but it's still not working for me, so... It's starting to get a little dark out. Is this going to really do anything? No, but we might as well sell it. We're here. We might as well sell it. We're gonna sell the goats right now too. So this is really going to tell us kind of where we're going to end up at. It should be over 3 million, but probably only just. Yep, there's 26, and another 8. So yeah, we didn't even get where I thought we were going to get. We didn't even get close to it. I thought we were going to hit 3 million, but we are not going to hit 3 million. Oh, there we go. Hey, let me sell it that time. That's weird, right? But it won't let me sell the chickens for some reason. Yeah, those I have no problem, but the chickens. Well, whatever. I guess we'll just have to deal without selling the chicken pens, I guess. Because those let me sell no problem. Alright, where are we going with the goat milk? Goat milk. Restaurant. Okay, yeah, we've been there. I know where that is. Alright, well, like I said, we're not going to make 1,700. Let's just go ahead and sell it. Okay, that got us over 3 billion. That's good. That's good. I was hoping to get over 3 million. We did so. That's good. That's good. Still embarrassing, but that's at least a little bit more respectable, right? Still a little more respectable. Rusty's really, he's really moving along here. Maybe he might hit 400,000. That would be actually pretty cool, though. Even though it's embarrassing for me, it'd be cool if we each had, you know, one of those. Like I had 3 million, he had 4 million, and Crestu had 5 million. I think that'd be a good ending. Alright, well, gang, we're going to pull this back up to our plot of land, but that's it. That's where we got to. We got to $3,017,186 is what we ended up with. I thought it was going to be sufficient to be in the running. We weren't even close. It happens. Had a lot of fun. We hope you did as well. And I say we, I'm talking Crestu, Rusty Money Gaming, myself. All three of us greatly appreciate each and every single one of you for watching this, for enjoying it, for keeping us going, you know, good and bad. It really meant a lot to each of us. We had a lot of fun doing it. I think we all had a very successful series. Made a decent amount of views off of this, which is good for our channels, right? It brings more people here. So we do appreciate each and every single one of you. We really, truly do. I don't know how much, I don't know if I can express it enough here, but we do appreciate each and every single one of you. I do appreciate you watching this. This series specifically was from my brain, from my mind. The next time we do one, and again, there is going to be a next time, I think one of the other guys is going to come up with something. I'm not sure which one of the two it's going to be, but that's the approach we're going to probably be pushing. If it doesn't work out, maybe we do another one-tile challenge. Who knows? But either way, we do appreciate you, really. We really do. And if you stumbled across this for some reason and you haven't done so already, hit the like, subscribe button for me. Thanks to my members for all their continued support. There's a link down below. You want early access to videos like this one. Right now, we are going to be running the Survive 25 series, the Triple Threat Challenge, which is another one from my brain, and then the Island Preservation, which is from my friend Crestu, who's involved in this series specifically. The Survive 25 is actually from Rusty, by the way. So I'm running 2 of their challenges right now. Survivor 25 is going to take a break here probably in about a month. Not a long break, maybe a month, maybe two, something like that. About that time, I'm planning on incorporating a new series. Not quite sure which one it's going to be yet. I've had a lot of ideas. I've been asking my members about that. So we'll see where we end up going. It probably won't be a challenge series, but you never know. It might change my mind, but it probably won't be a challenge series. Maybe Z's Adventure continues, or maybe I run a series similar to what we did in FS22, where I do a campaign type of playthrough, where you start on, in this instance, Riverbend Springs, with a set amount of money, and then do 15, 20 episodes on that, and then you sell everything and move on to the next map. So Huntan Pantai, same thing, sell everything, move on. Z-Lanka, sell everything, move on, etc. We'll see. I like the idea of that, but we'll see. Z's Adventure is still in the back of my mind, so we'll see if that's what I end up doing or not. But yeah, I hope you'll be here to check it out with me. And again, we do hope you enjoyed this series as much as we enjoyed making it for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I thought I would add this towards the end here. This is the final totals that everyone got to. So I was correct. Rusty did make 4 million. So I think that's a good one, right? 3, 4, and 5 million for each of us. Makes me really, really, really upset, though. Not really, but it makes me upset. I'm going to win next time. I'm going to win next time. See you next time, gang.